Have you? You ruined that. Right, here we go. Let's get the live channel on. Here we go. We're nearly at 100 subscribers. So close. Come on. Right. Okay, here we go. Let's get on that. So land challenges this evening. We had a little go at it the other day. We're going to start from the bottom and go up now. Okay, so just going to get the HOTUS in and on. There we are. Okay, we're in. So what would help us if I knew where the runway was? Here we go. Ah, so the runway is down there, look, and it's quite windy. Now for this, I'm not really that fussed about the precision. I just want to land them. So we've got flaps 15 at the moment. Trim set. Brakes are off. Undercarriage, mixture, prop. Flaps are at flaps 15 at the moment. Instruments fine. Carb heat. So we'll check here. Wait, that should be air. There we go. Okay, and we come in. This is looking good. It's very windy. As we come around, you can see our landing spot just down there. Look, there we are. Okay, next notch of flaps in. Add a bit of power. It's really windy. We've got the threshold here, so we'll come down. There we go. See where we are.
500.
Come back in. And
500.
oh, I've overcooked that. Look. We can save this though. Oh, I've definitely overcooked that. Yeah. Nah, that's a bit poor that actually. So I overcooked it. So what we're going to do, restart. Obviously we've landed it safely, which is fine, but I overcooked it. So have another go. Isaf Jorda. There we go. Right, here we go. We can do this a bit better now. Okay, this time we'll do the approach a little bit better than what we just did. Just going to find a marker. So I want my marker to be that village there. Perfect. Okay, we're going to trim down. There we go. Power's coming off for a minute. Just to slow down. Okay, now at the threshold. So begin that turn. There we are, and I'll follow this road around. Next notch flaps coming in. There we are. I want to follow this road all the way around. Watching that speed. Flaps are 30. This is fine. There we go, coming now. Okay, we missed it. Oh, float in, float in. God, that's quite a bit of ground effect then. Wasn't the greatest, and we're moving. That's difficult. We'll do it again. It's quite an uneven runway by the look of it. We'll do it again because we were quite long then. So, yeah, that's poor. That's because we went a little bit ahead of the marker then. But now that we've tried it, we can go and have an actual go now. There we go. So, next. Okay, here we go. Combat that straight away. And I think for this now, I think I've given myself a little bit longer. There we are. Okay, that'll do. We'll stall that descent for a minute. Next lot of flaps coming in. And bring that right down to the stall speed. Bit short, and we had quite a nasty bounce there. My word, why does it keep doing that? That runway is not flat. So there we go. That's why they call them challenges. Trim for that. Okay, we'll come around now. Keeping it nice and slow. That's better. Definitely not an even runway. There we are, it's a bit better. That's fine. So we'll go to the next one. Okay. Just getting in a little bit of sim time before I go and try and get my head down. Okay. Right, we've done that one. We're going to do this one here. Oh, wood. Well, I'll do the wood. Okay, let's see how we get on. Okay. Worst thing about these, I don't know where the airport is when we first fly. I've not flown this one before. Ah, okay. Grass strip. Cool. Let's go have a go. Okay. There we are. Bring that speed back. A little bit of wind. Get some trim in. There we are. Speed's okay. There we are. Okay. Let's turn. Speed's fine. Gonna rest that descent for a minute until I can see the runway. I'm cutting it quite short here. Okay, here we go. Do the final turn. Where's that runway? It's in here. There it is. Oh, hang on, I've missed it. It's up here. There we go. So this is saying, let me just go and have a look at this. Is it telling me to land that way? No, it is telling me to land that way. Right. Because if you have a look at the pattern here, the pattern tells you to come across and then land left. So now that we've seen it, we'll restart it. Cool. Try pronouncing that. Fleshtek Zagbojad Busavi. I don't know. I ain't got a clue, mate. I don't know. You can take that one. Okay. Right, so we now know where the airfield is. I now know that I was flying below it a moment ago. And you can see if I just pitch to the right, if I roll to the right, sorry, Actually, way better there. Right, so we know we can see it now. Perfect. So I'm just going to trim for that. I'll slow down, get that trim sorted. Got a thunderstorm here as well, so it's quite windy. There we are. Okay, trying to stay as high as we are for a moment. Okay, here we go. We'll turn in here. And then come back on ourselves. We're about as slow as we want to go at the moment. There we go, I've got the runway there, he says. There we are, it's on that hill, isn't it? There we are. A little bit short. Yeah, short. Very short. On the side of the runway. Very short. Right, we'll go back. Okay, one more go, that's it. Come down. Okay. Come near these trees. Just gonna trim for that. There we are. Okay, we'll start to come around. Don't want to drop much lower than this because the runway is on a hill. As we come around, good speed at 62 knots. See the runway as we come around. Turn in now. Can't see it still. There we go, got it. A little bit low. So I'll just come in at a steeper angle. Going to start reducing power a little. There we are. Let's have a look, see how we get on this time. So it is quite windy, and as we go over the hill, we do get a little bit of the wind effect coming up the top. There we go, this is looking good. go. This is looking fine. As we come in, power off. And then we float, pull up. Ah, long. Too long. Yeah, too long there. We have nose undercarriage failure. No, it's a tail drag, I didn't realise. That shows I've flown this plane before. Well, that's not how I expected to land it. I didn't even look to see if it had a tail wheel, and that's a fall in that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that one. Let's do the glider. Now, I fly gliders in real life, so I expect to be okay on a glider. I probably should have checked to see if that was a... No, I didn't crash. I didn't see that it had a wheel on the back and not on the front. So as I went down, the engine went into the floor. So yeah, I kind of did crash. That would have caused a few £1,000s worth of damage there, I suppose. Never mind. Right, so let's have a look. We're in the DG. Now, I've flown a DG in real life several times. So, let's hope. Bearing in mind, you only get one go at this. You don't get the go around. Well, you can, if your approach is fast enough, you can. Let's have a look. So, let's get in it. Okay, here we go. That's that weather change. Now, where is the runway, though? Oh, here we go. Okay, so the first one, I always do the first one free. Has this got a gear on it? Is it down? No, so we'll make sure. Has it got water ballast? Just trying to get used to the controls here. No, it's not got water ballast. It has, but it's empty. Cool. Okay. So I need to see where the runway is first. First one's always a test, just to find out where the runway is. Okay, so what we'll do first. Let's have a bit of fun in this first before we go into the landing challenge. Let's get this down. That'll do, and we go round. Oh, I didn't let us do it. Okay, I probably shouldn't do a loop-to-loop. Probably shouldn't do a loop-to-loop first. The glider I was flying yesterday let me do it, and it actually helped me bring the energy back. Cool, right, let's do this properly without messing around. There we go. Control that nice and early. There we go. Now, you see we're in the descent here as well. Although to be fair, if we did slow down a little bit, we probably could climb off these mountains and off this ridge. So if we slow down, there we are. Okay, just make sure if there's any water ballast, we'll let it go. There isn't any. I'm going to bring the undercarriage out now, though. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. There we go, undercarriage is out. Okay. Let's go have a go, see how we get on here. So, as we come, I think that's the runway right in front of us. Well, I probably shouldn't have done on the other one, is done the loop-to-loop. Okay, so again with these, you can see here, looking at the stick just here, all the movements that we put in this are so subtle. And then we keep that string in the middle. Now if I move my rudder pedal to the left, watch that string, goes to the right. If I put my rudder pedal to the right, it goes to the left. So the idea is to always have that string coming up the middle of the canopy. That tells you what the wind's doing in comparison to your nose. So if I'm flying this way, I know that I need to rudder left. Okay, let's have a look. I can't see the runway at the moment, or at least I can't see where I think I'm supposed to be landing to see actually whether I'm high enough. But we've got good speed. We've already emptied the ballast. To be fair, we're probably a little bit too fast. Now if we go outside, can we see where we're landing? Can't see it yet, unless that's the strip there. I'm definitely going to have to do this one twice, because I can't even tell where I'm landing at the moment. Unless that is it there. So it is right in front of us apparently. Let's have a look. I think it's that above the trees. Again, we'll do it in a minute. Once we get the runway, I can get the air brakes out and come down. Is it that there? Can't see where it is we're supposed to be landing. Because it's a grass runway. There it is. Right, okay, I'm happy. So, air brakes pulled. Here we go. Air brakes keep coming down. This is good. Speed's good. Okay, feather those air brakes back in. Unfortunately for this, I've only got air brakes in or air brakes out. Whereas usually I'd go half air brake. Air brakes out. We have got a bit of wind here. That's good. Air brakes all the way down now. Getting that speed down nicely. Here we go. Through the trees. Air brakes out to get away from those. There we go. And up. No. Here we go. Now just to the side. Just to the side. And a little bit low. There we go. Let's get that in. No. Those trees messed me up a little bit. Let's keep that wings level for a minute. There you go. We'll do that again now that we know we were landing. Yeah, so let's try again. Oh, my pilot's outside the window. So those trees were a little bit, I didn't see those trees till right at the last. Now I know they're there, I know I've got to come in a little bit higher than I planned. And then we had that little bit of a gust coming from the left. So I have to compensate for that as well. So at least now that I've done it, we can have a go. So I have tried to find the gliders a few times on free flight on here, and they're good. I don't know if anyone's had a go at doing it before, but it is really good. Yeah, for me, really, on my approach, I want to be at about 400 or 500 feet, and coming in at around 45 to 50 knots, depending on the wind. So if you have a look there, you can see my string. So if we have a look at that string, God, it's so sensitive, isn't it? They're nowhere near that sensitive in real life. It is quite windy at the moment. There we go. I'll put my undercarriage down, as you can hopefully see. There we go. I'm going to start trimming for this. There we go. Got the airfield there, just underneath that tree bank, so I'm going to come over the trees here. I do want to slow down a little bit, so I'm going to bring the air brakes out just slightly. There we are, and bring them back in. And again, what's really difficult here is what I should do is in a glider is set my air brakes for my throttle. So it's still fine. I'll bring that trim back. Obviously that sound that you can hear, the deeper it goes, the the more I'm descending. If you have a look here, you can see the runway. Just a little bit of lift then. There's the runway there. A little bit of wind, a little bit of an updraft. Here we are, quite high. But deliberately high at the moment. So a quick look at it. There we go. A little bit high still. Okay. I'm happy I'm going to make it. Still okay at the moment. Happy I'm going to make it here. Air brakes. Again, it's full air brakes. I don't need full air brakes. I'm now monitoring that speed. As I come down on full air brake. Let it out a little bit more. Get that speed up. There we go. Come back in. Again, being careful because I know we've got those trees here. There we go. As I come in. Watching those trees. Comes that speed. Again, now I'm going to let it glide. Nah, crash that. That's a hard landing. Right, I tell you what I'm going to do, because I will get this one right. Is I'm going to adjust my air brakes on my control, because having it fully in or fully out doesn't allow you to manage your energy very well. You wouldn't believe I flew these in real life. So let's sort that out on the DG. Let's sort that out on the glider. See if we can set our speed brakes to an axis on our controller. So if we come up here, controls. On the DG glider controls, I don't want it on there. I want it on that. Okay, on the T flight control surfaces, primary control surfaces, rudder pedals, yet fine. Rudder aileron. Have we got air brakes, speed brakes? It's not primary, it's secondary. Spoilers. Decrease flaps, increase flaps. Toggle spoilers is square. So I want to give that an axis. How do I do that? Can I do that? How do I do that? Yeah. How do I do it? So I want that to be on the stick Z. Where is it? How do I do it? How do I do it? I want it to be on that. How do I do it? How do I do it? No, can't do it off that. So at the moment it's got, have I got it on here? Radio flight control surfaces. Primary, it will say rudder pedals slider X1. I wonder if it'll let me do it on here. Where's spoiler? Is spoiler on here? No. Secondary. Spoilers, axes, relative. Here we go. Let's try this. Yes. Let me do that. Let's do it. Let's go back and do it. Because everything you do on your attitude is with the spoilers for this. Let's see if I can do it. Let's hope so. Right, let's have a go. Let's see if I've set it up right. Okay. So, let's have a look. Just gonna quickly see how they. It's not working, but unless I have to press square. How do I do it? So just ignore me for a minute. It's not letting me do it. Oh, hang on. Or is it? No, it's not. Right, let's try again, because they've locked them in there, so that's not right. Okay. We'll try and do a field landing, and then we'll have a go. There we go, got enough speed here. So we can do a loop. No. That will do. Right. Let's go on a field down here, and we'll get it sorted. Okay, spoilers coming in now. It's very hard. That's very bumpy. Right, anyway, I don't really care about that. I need to get those spoilers sorted. Need to get the spoilers sorted. Controls. Flight control surfaces. Secondary controls. Stick Z. Slider Y. Slider Y. Right, so settings. Do I have to set them though? So if I now come back here, spoilers set, toggle arm spoilers set, arm or what is it? Toggle spoilers. So I think it would either be that spoiler set, extend spoilers, unless it's this. Let's have a look at this one. Square, square. Let's see what that does, and then if we take that off. Okay. Let's see if that does it. I want to be able to control my spoilers. If I can't do it, we'll just go on the other ones. Let's have a look. People watching this will be like, I'll never let you loose on my glider. Right, let's have a look, see if we can do it on here. Obviously we are going to fall out the sky, because we are playing with our spoilers, we are probably going to fall out the sky. Oh, what's going on here? Why is it paused? There we go. Let's have a go. Right, see what happens. So let's get square pressed. There's the spoilers. And it's not letting me. Oh yes it is. Is it? There we are. But they're only going in increments. So I'm just going to use this before I restart it. So it's not perfect, but it's better. Okay. I don't think I've lost enough height here to warrant restarting, but we'll soon see. I don't think there's any thermals for me to try and get up on either. And we've not got an engine on this one. Let me go down. Going again, trying to keep that string in the middle, but at the moment because of the wind it's not exactly helping us. You see how subtle these movements are on the control lever on the cyclic. A little bit of dip there. Cool, so air brake's fine. We'll manage that as we come in. Plenty of height. Sort that trim out. There we go, that's nice. Again, I always say in a glider that any landing you can walk away from is a good one, so as long as you don't smash this thing up, alright. It's good. I'm just going to climb a little bit higher in the cockpit. Oh, no, it's not letting me because it's not letting me fly on the controller, so I'll quickly recover that. So my controller's not worked then. So, right, we've got enough speed that we can get some height. Let's get some height. There we are. Perfect. Right, got the runway. And what you'll see in a minute is you'll see the relationship between the air brakes and altitude, or attitude should I say. So at the moment we're at 73 knots, bearing in mind we want to be landing at around 40 to 45. You see the runway in front of us now. It's very windy again. Okay, right, we're good. And we just turn to the side so I can see the runway. There we are, cool, ideal, got it. Let's come in, okay. Gonna bring the air brakes out slowly. There we go, just slightly, there we go. Perfect. As we come down. And again, that picture, I want that runway right above that dash, all the way down. If I'm going a bit too fast, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to bring speed brakes out a little bit more. There we go, put them back in a little bit. That's it, keep that speed. This is good. Okay, put them back in for a minute. There we go. Okay, we've got the trees here. Speed brakes coming out. There we are. Okay, we'll keep it these. Okay, full air brakes now. There we are. And again, we're going to start flaring now. Full air brakes, full air brakes, full air brakes, and back on that stick. Short, but we landed, and we've got that drift at the end. It's fine. A little bit short. Put the air brakes away. Not great. Do I try it one more time? Nah. Not great. Considering I land these things quite regularly, In reality, I'm not doing too good on the sim. It's a bit different, obviously. Right, let's kind of have a look what else we're going to do. Telluride. Now I remember Telluride was in the original Flight Sim X game. In one of the missions. We'll do this one. We'll have to get a helicopter flight before we go. Okay, so we're coming in. That's a straight in. Perfect, straight in. Let's do that. I say perfect. It's probably going to be windy as hell. So, right on the mountains. So we're going to get quite a bit of updraft here. I can see the runway there. So, right of it. And we're quite low by the look of it as well. Oh look, you can already see he's getting blown off course. What I like, if you have a look at the bottom left of the screen, you can see because the exhaust blows out to the left. I do like that. Right. Okay, flaps. Bring the speed down. There we are. So I've got to be careful here because the wind, if the wind's coming from the right direction, that's going to be pushing up through those trees. You see at the moment, I've got quite a bit of drift. We are high, but I'm intentionally high just because of this drift and this wind. There we are. I'm going to bring that in now. Okay, here I come.
500.
There you go. You can see already I'm getting smacked around quite a bit. Still quite high. But I'm expecting a downdraft. Or I'm expecting it to make my day a little bit worse. Oh, hang on. Well, I did not predict for that bit. I didn't predict for that. I did not. Look how short we were. We stopped by the time we were supposed to touch down. Look. I did not see that lip at the top. So we were very early, that's why we haven't scored very well. So I didn't see that bit at the bottom. That's why you always check your charts before you fly into anywhere. Right. I wonder how many of these guys on this leaderboard, I wonder how many of those flew these from inside. I don't think there was that many. Okay, let's go again. Now that we know where we're landing. Okay, now what I am going to do is put that there. I'm going to climb just above the cockpit. Can I get the flaps in nice and early so I can judge it a bit better? Because we are high, let's come down. There we go, there's that speed coming in. God, look at that wind. Because it's white, it makes it quite difficult to ascertain like how high you actually are off the ground. But we now know there's a lip, and I now know that I've going to aim for the piano keys and then flare. There we go, let's get in then. Slow it down. throttle coming off. Because I'm high and we're coming down now. Again, there's that wind. Let's try and trim that in. There we are. Slightly high. Yeah, continuing. Going for the first lot of touchdown markers here. There we are.
Sink rate.
This is better.
Sink rate.
Okay, here we go.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull
Okay,
up.
need to go to the right.
Pull
Need to go to the
up.
right. And then I'm going to flip it right at the end. There we go. It's on the markers, but it was a bouncy, bouncy, bouncy landing. I tried too much then to try and get on that marker. I really don't want to have a go at doing this from outside. I reckon I could easily do it from outside. I mean, that was worse than the first one. Outside, it's too easy doing it from outside. Should I ever go from outside? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to bring myself down to that level to do it from outside. Right, let's go. So I was short again there, but I was also to the left. So I'm going to come in with the glide slope. Let's see if I can actually get down with it. Bear in mind, it should only be 3 degrees. I'm at around 2 now. Okay, last notch flaps coming in. That'll slow us down. And there we go. So this wind at the moment, you see just where I'm pointing my nose, like, it's the wind. I need to correct for it at the end. Okay, let's get down a little bit more. God, it's windy. I know I'm high.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
So I'm going to pull that energy in a second. There we go. Let's get that energy off now. That's better. That's better. I was a little bit too far forward though. But again, that's from inside the cockpit. It's close as you're going to get. Let's have a look. Still going to be pouring it. Oh Christ. 12th. Now I will take that, considering I was on the inside of the aircraft. I will take that all day of the week. Every day of the week. Okay. Right. What are we on now? Okay, we've just done Telluride. Let's do it on the A320, shall we? And then I'm going to fly a helicopter, I think. So we're coming from the right. No, we're coming in, we've got to turn around to the left. Cool. So we'll go on the A320. Again, I refuse to do this from outside. And then I think I might get a helicopter flight in. We've got the Black Hawk. We'll have a go on the Black Hawk. Very quick load up. Come on. Can I get out of this? Yeah, I can. Let's try again. If not, we'll go and do a Black Hawk flight. No, right. Let's go and do a free flight, shall we? Let's go and have a go. And we'll go and see who's at London. We'll go and see who's down there. We'll provide some SAR cover, some search and rescue cover down in London, shall we? So we'll go to helicopter. And right, I don't know if there's anyone watching. You can either let me know if you want to just get straight into it, whether you want to see the actual start-up procedure for the Black Hawk. And we do like the Coast Guard versions. We'll use that. And we will start at, let's go EGLC, London City, and we'll fly over to Heathrow. And we'll go over to Heathrow. EGLC. There we are. And at London City, we'll start. Oh, why isn't it doing it? EGLC, search, and click in London City. Why isn't it working? Brilliant. Probably bugs or something again. Custom. What is that? Right. I don't know what's going on with this. London City, set as departure, there we go, now it's working. It's not letting me set where I want to go from what point. Is it just me, or is this playing up? We'll fly over to Heathrow. Yeah, look, it's playing up. Set as arrival, can't even select where. We'll go in the Black Hawk, as we've just selected. Back out. It's not letting me start it, look. Flight conditions, live. At the moment, this is playing up, look. So let's come out. What is going on with this sim? Let's try and give it a kick. Give it a kick by going into here. Look, it's definitely playing up. I don't think there's anything new brought in, is there? Although until they fix it, like now, you can already see I'm having issues now. I'm loath to spend any more money on it. But look, it's... something's not right. EGLC, London City, So it's departure. On ground shutdown, here we go. Now it's working. Right. Parking 24, and we're going to London Heathrow. Let's go and do it. So we'll start cold and dark in this, which is nice. So if you've not seen the cold and dark setup before of the Black Hawk, it's pretty good. We'll go and see who's around London. There we are. So one of my favourite aircraft in the world, Black Hawk helicopter. Walked around them a few times, they're pretty cool. Perfect. Gotta look at the size of my legs. Okay, happy with these so far. Everything looks good. Perfect. Right, we'll get in. There we go. Right, we are in. Let's get rid of this. We don't need it. Cool. Okay, coming up. First thing we're going to do is get our battery on. Navigation lights steady dim, sorry, steady bright. Upper anti-coal lights we'll go for both, and we'll go for day. Formation lights set to 3, and just set to 4. Cool, perfect. Okay, APU fuel boost to on, and we'll set the APU bleed to APU as well. Okay, APU going on. APU being the auxiliary power unit. There we go. It's now at the required speed. You can tell that by the sound. Okay, so what will happen now is I'll turn the APU on and we'll get AC power throughout the aircraft. There we go. Perfect. So we can do our checks now. So coming from left to right, everything looks good here. No need for any other lights on. No. Control searchlight. We'll turn that on and we'll extend the land light, shall we? Okay. Fuel selector to on or to direct. Direct. Fuel prime, APU, OSP tests. Not going to do those. Generators are off. Waste control. So it's safe at the moment. Utility hydraulic pump on. Come back down here. Engine ignition to normal. Wipers to off. Heater will turn on now. Everything else is fine to be off. Okay, cool. Coming down to the centre. Currently showing it. Let's bring that up. There we go. Okay, everything else looking fine here. We'll start all the sensors up in a second. Cool. Okay. SAS and trim to on. Autopilot to on. Not that it works. Spread out, far out, approach, hover, part. Yeah. We'll put the stabilizer to on in just a second. There we go. Auto stabilizer. Okay, starting on the left hand side. Not going to worry about any of those for a minute. Come back down. ACI is off. Control panels. Let's get the eggy and everything on. Okay, now blade fold. Again, the thing I don't like is we should be able to go to master here and then select fold like that. We've got auxiliary power on and we should be able to see the blade fold. If it doesn't work, you can do tail on here, but it's not that great. Okay, blade fold. Sorry, blade de-ice off. Don't need it on. Okay, coming up back up here. Everything's fine there. Everything's fine there. Good. Good, good, good. This panel's a waste of time. Okay, going back down here. Happy with all that at the moment. Good, good. ECS will set to normal or auto. Everything else here is fine. It's all the IFF stuff. Fuel pumps will switch to on. Battery bus off, and then just for now, because otherwise we'll forget, we'll unlock the tail wheel and parking brake set. Cool, coming up, we're ready to start the engines now, so we'll come up here. We'll turn on number 1 engine. Yeah, that's starting now. Put it onto ground idle. There we go. Now again, the rotor brake, that shouldn't be coming online now. But we've got the rotor brake here, it's showing us off, but even when we turn it on, it doesn't do anything. Okay, so what I'm doing here now is I'm looking at my transmission pressure. I'm looking at my engine oil pressure, temperature. NG is rising here, and then what you'll see is our NR and MP will rise over here. So you see our turbine generator speed, temperature, sorry, is here. Torque is over here. And you've got NR, which is the rotor speed, in here. So number 1 engine's now at 100%. Shouldn't be at 100% because we're in ground idle. We'll put it in 100%. We'll put it into flight idle though. There we go. Yeah, you'll see now the rotor RPM's increasing just a bit. Okay, perfect. So with that engine running, we can now turn on number 1 APU. Sorry, number 1 generator. Generator's on there. We could turn off the APU now, but we'll leave the APU bleed and everything to on at the moment. We'll just start number 2. We'll do it off the APU. There we go. Number 2 starting now. And you can see the load on number 1 has dropped, but the load on number 2 is increasing. I'll talk you through that in a second. Engine oil pressure is increasing. And you'll see NR starts to increase as well as the blades rotate faster. Once we're settled, which we are now, number 2 generator to on. I'm going to set the not to off, one off, flight, fuel prime, APU off. There we are. You see now it's just getting there. RPM's increasing. And I'm going to turn off the utility hydraulics now. You see here we've still got low up because we're only at 90 or 92. There we go, that's gone off now. Perfect. And NG's 100%. Okay, so a good thing that we can see here is very quickly for a launch. There's a good way of knowing if we had an engine failure whether our aircraft would be able to drive it. So if you have a watch here, let this just settle a minute. So we'll just leave that for a minute. Now, if you get an engine failure, good night, my baby. You going to bed? No, night. Love you. See you in the morning. One engine should drive the other. So the way to prove that is if we just come here and I'll turn off the fuel pumps. Now look what happens when we put an engine into ground idle. So if I put number 2 engine into ground idle, what should happen now is number 1 engine should lead on everything. So number 1 engine takes the load. Let's have a look, see if that's right. So we turn number 2 to ground idle, look what's happening now. Not a lot. So what I'd expect now is I'd expect the NG on the one to rise, and I'd expect everything else to be leading, but it's not. So let's try it the other way. Let's see if number 2 will drive number 1. Now the other day when I done this, it worked, and it's not doing it again. No, so I don't understand why the other day when I done it, it worked, but I was hoping to prove that point, but I can't. Okay, we'll get that back up. Get the rotor RPM back up. And then we'll depart. We'll go see who's around. There we go. Cool, ideal. Right, controller over there. Brake off. And then what we'll do is we'll do a run and take off. Have a look which way the wind's going. We've got windsock over here. No, let's have a quick look at the weather. You know what runway to depart from? 2709. Not 27, is it? Yeah, it's 2709. So look, GLC weather. The wind's currently 11 knots from 270, so we'll be using that runway to take off from. So what we'll do is we'll go up to collective absolutely, and then we'll just, a bit unrealistic, it's going backwards, but okay, turn on the spot. I don't know why it's letting me turn. I don't know what that is. That looks like a ship. Okay. Park brakes off. Let's go. I have no idea what that is. Okay, we've got a multiplayer dude here. We're off the runway, look. We'll let him go past. There's F-18. He's probably come to say hello to me. There we go. He's coming heading straight for me. Brilliant. He's just saying hello. Hello. Hello, mate. Is he going to escort me? I think you're probably going to be a bit too fast for me. He's giving me away. Oh, he's got triangle edge. Brilliant. Right, I think he's just trying to warn me off London airspace. He's giving me a good wiggle with his controls though. I do like to, when we see multiplayer players, you know, I do like to try and say hello to them. So let's see if he wants to come with us, and come with us if he wants to. There we go, I think he's going to come with us. It's fine. I'm probably a little bit slow for you though, mate. Okay. Okay, we'll taxi a bit faster. He'll probably catch up with us. We'll go and land at London City, and then we'll... Is he taking off already? He's taken off. Probably the wrong one, Ray, but never mind. Okay. Graphics here, as in like the London City scenery, isn't that great? Okay. Quick look, see if there's anything coming. There is one that's about to take off. We'll get straight behind him if there's no undercarriage, and then we'll do a run and take off. Oh, there he goes. He's chasing after that plane. Okay, here we go. Okay. Are we ready? Look at this. Look at that sky. Okay, happy. Hold that hover. Quick check of the instruments. Everything looks good there. I'm looking at my compass. Everything looks good there. Everything looks good there. Perfect. Happy. Okay, we get straight on with the runway again. Good. And we'll... So what we'll do from now is we will... Tell you what, no, we'll just go. Let's go. Let's go to London City. And we'll come out here. There we are. We'll fly along the Thames. We'll go to London City Airport. And then we'll land at a few of the airports, I think. Yeah, heliports. You got the Sky Centre as well. As you come in, you got the Millennium Dome. There we go. There it is, that. In all its glory. Quite windy. It's very windy. Okay, we'll go and land towards London City Airport in a second. Okay, and I'm pretty sure there's another airport around here somewhere. Or another helipad landing zone over here. Okay, let's go over. Let's get some speed, let's go. That's good. There it is. We need to go past London Bridge. And then we'll fly towards Heathrow. We will stop at London City Heliport for a second. It has got a little runway which is quite cute. The wind then took me down. There we go, seeing some of the London landmarks now. Then past Millennium Dome, you've got the Shard on that to the right. We should go past the Millennium Eye in just a second. Or the London Eye, shall I say. So we come around, there's the London Bridge. We'll go fly straight through that, shall we? Let's have a go. What mod is that? Mod, there's no mods on here. We're flying the Black Hawk.
Pull up! Pull up!
Don't need to. Don't need to. We're getting straight in here. Perfect. Look at that. Straight through. There we are. There's the Bristol, I think. No, it's just cruise ships. Oh, I could land on one of those. Okay, so what we'll do now is we will start just settling it down so we can get into London City. Just slightly a little bit more to the end. Look at this. It's London. We'll have the London Eye to our left in a minute. As we come around, past the main bridges, we'll go past the Houses of Parliament as well. Yeah, so this is the Black Hawk. It's pretty good. There's London Eye. London Eye there, it means we're going towards the House of Parliament. You see Big Ben now. There we are. And then I'm going to start slowing down so we can start landing towards... We're going towards London City. We'll see that in just a second. As we come out around all here. Yeah, it's quite windy at the moment through the capital. I can never remember exactly where London City is. But that was it there then. It's not it. But it's over here. You'll see it in just a minute. We'll come around this bend here and you'll see it. Very nice. So we'll go around 25 to 30 knots. As we come around, what bridge is this? I can't read it. That's the All English Tennis Club. Okay, let me see what bridge this is. What bridge is it? Vauxhall Bridge. Okay, I think that's the heliport there. Let's have a look back. Slow down, let's have a quick look, see if that is it. I can't work it out. No, it's not, I think it's further around. Never remember where it is exactly. I think it's a little bit further around on the bend, isn't it? If need be, we can do an orbit. We'll have a look. So I can never remember where it is, and I don't want to go onto my maps. Sure, it's around on the bend. We pass this bridge, which looks like a kind of like a pedestrian bridge. And then it's on the left. Hope it's low tide. See if this crashes us out. Ah, plenty of room, look at that, plenty of room. Oh, that's because I was looking at the camera. Let's go sideways for it, shall we? Oh, no, it's just a blocker. It's not that I was too low, there's a blocker in the way. Yeah, look, there's a blocker. So I'll let it crash in the water a minute. Yeah, look, it's blocked us. Well, that's not fun. I thought I could definitely get underneath that. Never mind. Right, we'll go back down here. That's a shame. Flight Simulator X used to do that as well. So that's definitely low enough. Okay. At the moment it's having trouble rendering this here. Even on the map on the top left hand corner it's struggling. Let's see if we can get under this one.
Pull up! Pull up!
Nah, it's too low. That's definitely too low. There we go. I think London City's over here. The heliport is here, I think. So let's pull up. Yeah, it is here. So let's pull up. Slow down. There we go. Damn. That was way too brash. It's here, look. That was crap. That was rubbish. There we go. We can land here now. So what we can do some load lifting. There we go. So come in here, turn into wind. And we can land on the little runway. There we are. So we'll get into the hover here, and then what we'll do is we'll move to the left as we come across. We're going to do some load lifting. Okay, so with that in mind, let's just come back and left. That's fine. Come across a bit more and we'll get a load. There we are. So brakes on here. Let's do it. So load. We'll go for a double pallet.
Inbound for right seat beak.
There we
Roger,
are.
right seat beak.
Oh, Roger. On the hook.
On mark.
Okay, hook's armed. Perfect. Okay, here we go. So now look what happens. We move to the right, and we should have somewhere a double pallet. As they put them. As they put it. Should be a pallet here somewhere. Let's try moving over again. I don't think they've got enough room. So if we move over here, see if we give enough room to do it, and then we'll descend and drop. It should be pallets. I think they're putting them in the water. Let's try again. let's go right pick, and we'll do a double pallet.
Inbound for right seat big.
Roger, right seat big.
Where is it? Okay, so it's having trouble loading them, so let's try something else. Let's try a Bambi bucket from the left.
Inbound for left seat big.
There it is. Right, so what that's shown me is I need to move to the left a bit more. Let's do this very quickly. There's my Bambi bucket. I don't want to be hovering there to get it up. So what we'll do here is we'll cancel that. We'll go pick up, right, double pallet.
Inbound for right seat big.
Roger, right seat big.
No, it's struggling with that as well. Okay, let's go left Bambi bucket, so right Bambi bucket.
Inbound
First time I had
for
issues with
right
this.
seat big.
Roger, right seat big.
It's having issues, it doesn't want to load in. How do you do it? Doesn't want to load it here. So we do want to have a little go at that, so let's go find a field to land in. And we'll do it. Unless we can get the airshow flag. Let's have a look.
Inbound for right seat big.
Roger, right seat big.
No. Okay, so we'll do the normal departure. And we'll go and pick up from the ground somewhere.
Up. Easy.
She thinks I'm picking it up. I'm not. I'm going. Okay,
Easy.
let's go and pick them up.
Easy.
Okay, we'll go into a field.
Easy.
She still thinks I'm trying to get to it. Let's go in here. So we'll slow this down. And we'll come in this field here.
Easy. Easy. Easy.
So we'll come in here and we'll do the load.
Down. Down. Down.
Okay. Let's do it here.
Inbound.
There we go. We've got it. So here we go. That's what we want that pallet. So we will climb into the hover. There we go.
10 feet.
10 feet, okay. So it wants me to climb up and move to the right.
10 feet.
Okay, a little bit higher. This is good.
20 feet.
Okay, and we'll stop here. This is it. So enter that hover now. That should be fine.
Steady.
Yep, steady. Keeping that hover. And we've got it. There we are. So, because we're a bit heavier, we'll get some forward speed before we climb. There's a forward speed. Rotor RPM drop. Coming back down. We've just had an engine failure. We've just had an engine failure. Wow. That doesn't happen very often. Well, that was interesting. It's showing that our engines are still running. How has that happened? My rotor brake came on. So it's not an engine failure, because I can still see my rotor brake came on. How did my rotor brake come on? Why is that coming on, look? Off. What is going on here? Why is my rotor brake turning on? I have no idea why it done that. We were lucky then. Right, we'll get the RPM back up. That was weird, that's not happened before. But we were quite lucky then, we managed to save the aircraft. That was weird. I'll get the RPM back up. We recovered it though, and that's exactly what you're doing in real life. Engine failure, you land forward and straight ahead if you can. So it's pretty good that happened. Okay, keeping everything nice and steady. Yeah, so I don't know why that came on then, but we done quite well considering we're only at 10 feet to land that without crashing. Okay, we'll depart again. That's what we'll do now. Okay, 100% RPM. Let's see if we still got the load on. So enter that hover. Feels like we have. I think we have still got the load. It feels heavy. Look. Yeah, so we have still got the load. Perfect. As we come up, we'll do that again. This time I'm going to hover and come backwards. So I don't have a lot of space, so I do have another engine failure. Come backwards. Perfect, happy with that. Let's go to forward speed. Okay, so we've got a load now. Let's go and find somewhere to take it. I think we'll try a rooftop somewhere. And we will go to... Tell you what, there's a rugby stadium around here. We'll go to the rugby stadium. Although ideally we'd rather a roof. There we go, we'll take it over here, look. So you can see at the moment, there's our underslung load, got some pallets. We'll take it and land it in the stadium, shall we? Twickenham's just down here. And you can see Heathrow, you can see all the tags of all the players. So we'll take on the slung load to Twickenham. And we're delivering a box of rugby balls for the England national team. That's what we'll do. How windy it is here at the moment. Obviously that's not me moving the aircraft, that is the wind blowing me right around. Take this package to the stadium. Nearly there. And then we'll head off to Heathrow. There it is, our double pallet. Stamford Bridge, where's that? That's around here as well. Okay, so as we look at coming into Twickenham, again we'll climb just above it and then we'll descend. We'll go from the one of the goal sides as opposed to going through the centre. So we'll come around here. Brilliant. Quite a bit of wind at the moment. We know it's blowing from about 300 degrees, so we'll turn into wind instead. You can see it's where it's blowing us to the left. So I'm going to fly it around 300 degrees for the entry into Twickenham. There's Twickenham there. And again, we'll drop off our pallets, as you can see. Start slowing down. God, that wind is strong. Okay, there we go. There's our pallet. Do you know, I do wish they'd let you use this aircraft on career mode. Okay, there's Twickenham. Let's get it in there. Don't want to slow down too much at the moment. Okay, I'm going to come in from the left, heading into the right. There we are. So nice height. We're not climbing nor descending really. Okay, so as we come in, we're good height now. I'm going to turn into wind and we're going to drop the pallets in the middle of the rugby pitch. And then we'll head off to London Heathrow. So there we are. There's Twickenham Stadium as we come in. Again, we're just going to turn in a minute, so we're essentially on base now. There we are. We'll turn into wind. So we'll get our load there. Okay, here we go. Okay, begin our approach. There we go. Into the home of England Rugby, delivering these rugby balls. Make sure we get the tail clear of the structure. There we are, and we'll turn in now. Perfect, there we are. And there we go, you can see now, as we start descending. Is the game worth it? Yeah, it is. This helicopter is also worth it. Now, this is the issue here that we've got, because we're coming into a descent. This is the one bit I don't like about it. So my collective lever is fully down and it's climbing me. So yeah, it's Flight Simulator 24 on PS5. So it's got a few little quirks, like this one for example, where you go to descend and it doesn't let you descend. You've got to come in with a bit of forward speed, but in a stadium it's not really realistic. but we can do it. Come on, get down. This one, I think this is the deluxe version, this one. I don't think I'd buy the aviator one. Now the aviator one I've not, I think it's about £80 if you want to upgrade. I wouldn't bother, if I'm being honest with you. The issue with this sim at the moment is essentially the sim is far too powerful for a PlayStation 5. Now I've not got the PlayStation 5 Pro, I've got the normal PlayStation. Thank you very much, appreciate it. But yeah, so there's a lot of issues with this at the moment on PlayStation. You've got to be able to deal with those issues if you want to play it and enjoy it. So for example, this one, like, I am trying my best to land this aircraft into the stadium. I've got my foot, effective lever, fully down, and it's not doing anything. So a few of the flight dynamics are a bit rubbish. Yeah, if I move forward like I'm doing here, instead of dropping it in the stadium, I'll drop my load into this field and I guarantee it'll work. So I'll come in here, land in here. There we go. And I guarantee I can get it down. There we go. As I come over these trees. Yeah, of course. Just let me know what you want me to do.
Inbound for jump.
Roger, inbound for drop.
So at the moment you see I've got this load, I'm just bringing it into the field now. So I'll show you what you can do on here. You just get that into the hover like that. There we go. I need them to say they've disconnected it. Disconnected it? Yeah, they have. They just didn't say. Okay, tell you what I'll do. Let me go and land this thing. We'll go back into the stadium. Should be able to land it now that we've not got that weight on it. Should be able to land it in here. He says, nope, it doesn't want me to land here. Well, there is someone there flying towards us, I think. There is someone over there, look, trying to... Right. Let's land on the roof. Yeah, it is. So, let me get this down. And then, I'm more than happy to show you. Let's see if I get it in. Nah, still not done. Doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to land. Although it is going down slightly now, but there you go. So, I'm stuck in no man's land. If I go forward, it will do it. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. So now, because I'm out of that wind, it will do it. So let me capture that, and let's come forward this way. There we go. So let me know what you want to see, what you want me to do, and I'll hop on. While you're thinking about it, I'll get out and I'll start going over to Heathrow. But yeah, if you're thinking about getting it, let me know what you want to see and what you think you want to get from it, and we'll go and do something. Yeah, I got that. Give me a second. So let me go and find a field to land in. There you go. Wherever that is there, we'll land in that. Ryanair. They haven't brought the liveries out yet, but I can have a look. Don't think we have. Let me just get in here. There we go, perfect. There we go, cool. Right, let's go. Let's have a look. So the 737 is pretty good on here, but you might see the issues that we run into. So let's do it. Let's have a look. So the 737, it's not. I don't know if you've used this in before. You're one of my favourite YouTubers now. Ah, class. I like that. What's your have you used a sim before? If you've got something to compare it to, Microsoft Flight Simulator X. If you've flown PMDG before, okay, so you've got nothing to compare it to, which is good. So the PMDG on the Flight Simulator X was really, really good. This isn't up to its standard. It's close, but these are the default 737s. Usually what happens is you'll get a developer that comes in. So I can show you what we've got on here at the moment. So we have got 747s, we've got the C-17s. I've been in one of those in real life. They are cool. The 737s here. You've got the 747s, you've got the 787. I don't really fly the jets that much. I prefer the smaller aircraft or gliders or helicopters, as you've just seen. So most of my money, whenever I spend money, I spend it on these little things here. What else have we got? That's one of my favourites. That's one of my favourites. So you got the Sky Courier, you got the Vision Jet, are really good. The Dash 6 is one of my favourites. So most of these are if you buy the deluxe version, you'll get all these planes, except for what I've bought the Cessna 172. I've bought that one. I've bought the Black Hawk you've just seen me fly a moment ago. And what was the other one I've bought as well? I've bought another one. Because you can buy them. I've bought one more. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, you get all these planes as part of it. You get more if you buy the Aviator version. But again, you're looking at around 200 quid for that. My opinion on it at the moment is hold off before you want to spend that much money, because the bugs in this game at the moment, they're very slow to sort them. What we can do, we can definitely talk through the 737, and I'll show you how it is quite realistic to the real world startup. So World Travel is the default airline livery. 747, we can do a 747, let's go and have a go. We can start it up as well. So we'll go on for the normal 747. Oh, 738, 737-800. Yeah, definitely. That's probably my favourite airline on here. Let's go and do it, and we'll see if we can get the Ryanair livery. I don't think they've brought it out yet, but we'll see if they've updated it. I've not had a look for a while. I'm trying to think what they did have. They did have a couple real world ones. They got New Zealand. Let's have a look. Aeromexico, Alaska, Korean Air, Malaysia Airlines, the official Boeing one, Qatar Airways, S7, Sun Express, United Airlines, Commercial, Orbit Airlines, Pacifica, and World Travel. Should we go United? We'll go United Airlines, shall we? And what we'll do, we will start at name me an airport. Where do you want me to go? Any airport in the world that can take a 737. Madeira's good. Don't know if you've seen Madeira before. What else is good? Princess Juliana is pretty cool. Stanford, London. Stanford. Let's have a look. So, where is... I've never heard of Stanford. Stanford. Will it take a 737? There isn't a Stanford on here. What's that? Stanford. Yeah, so there's not a Stanford on it unless it's that one, but that's America. S64. Stanford. I'm trying to think what you mean. Let me have a look. Let me have a quick look on Google. Oh, you mean Stansted? Stansted. EGSS. Let's go there. EGSS. Is this the one you mean? Stansted. Yeah, cool, perfect. We can do that. And I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll fly a short little trip up to. I'll tell you what, we might as well go to Heathrow, won't we? And we'll do a little one into Heathrow. Or do we go into. Yeah, we'll go to Heathrow. Okay, so it's quite a short one. So what we'll do what's called a standard departure. And then we'll fly a standard arrival. So to do that, what we'll do is we'll go on here. We're literally not even going to hit a cruise of 6,000 feet. But we'll fly from Stansted, runway 22, departure. It's not even going to let us do one, I don't think. Ah, here we go. We can go via Detlin. So we can go down there. We can do that one. That's okay. Switch to IFR. And we can do an arrival at Heathrow on the... Let's have a look. We can do that one. Let's do... Won't do Biggin because Biggin's north. No, Biggin's south. And then you come in and go. I'll tell you what, we'll just do that. We'll fly it straight in. I'll tell you what we'll do. We won't even bother with that. We'll just fly it. Too much messing around. Okay, cool. So we'll start this with what's called cold and dark. I think it's going to start cold and dark. Did I select a runway? Oh, don't think it will. So we'll restart it if that is the case. But we'll put it at on a gate, and we'll do the whole startup. Get this started in about 5-10 minutes, I think. Doesn't take long. Now, what we might run into is memory issues. Now, because the 737 is very memory intensive, the PS5 sometimes can't deal with it. It's something that Asobo, who make the sim, are working on. I think this has started on the runway. If it has, yeah, we don't want that. So I'm going to quickly come out because we want to start it up. We want to actually have a go and do it realistically, don't we? So we'll come out of here a minute. Because we want to start on a gate. So EGSS Stansted, and we'll start on parking 1, which is, let's have a look where we're going. Yeah, we'll use real weather as well in real life right now. Yep, so if you have a look up there, we've got what's called live. So everything here is real life weather. So because we're going to be taking off from runway 22, we're going to start at gate 44 right. There we go. So that means we only have to taxi. So push back to the left and then come forward. Yep, I'm in England as well. And we'll go to Heathrow. Well, actually, let's give you a... We'll go via Birmingham. It doesn't take long to get to Birmingham. And runway 33. Cool. Yes, I'm down in Cornwall, which is down the bottom left of the country. So it is getting dark, so I'm guessing if you're in England as well, you know it's getting dark. So hopefully, as we were flying a moment ago over London, we could see that it was actually getting quite dark. You'll see here now, getting dark as well, which is nice. We do like flying at night. Okay, so United Airlines 737. There it is. And we'll have a quick run around here to have a look. And there we go. Right. Now, what we'll do is we'll do the real world start procedure. So, how we do it is we will come up here. So this is the overhead panel. And how I like to do this is I like to start from the top left and come down. If you have a look at how this overhead panel is constructed, these are the screws here. It's done by channels. You've got a channel there, smaller channel there, channel. And the best way to do it, I always find, is to come by channel to channel. Now, as you can see here, we are cold and dark, which means we've got nothing running at all. So the first thing we need to do, because we're about to put electrical power on the aircraft, is we make sure that our position lights are on. So position lights are on. We now turn on the battery. Before we do that, actually, what do I want to do before we do that? No, don't worry about that. So, battery on. And there you go, we come to life. Now, what the aircraft's doing now is that's giving us DC power. Now, if you have a look at this, this is all you're going to get here is gauges. So gauges are all DC power. Now, to get AC power, we either need, if you have a look over there, you've got that thing there. And you've got an air conditioning unit and you've got a ground power rig, or you've got what's called an APU, an auxiliary power unit. If you have a look towards the back of the aircraft there, it's got an exhaust here. That's the auxiliary power unit exhaust. So you've got the two engines, one there, one there. You've got another little engine in here. This is the 737, this one. So what we'll do, let's have a look on my right. That's a 737 there, I think. Is it? Let's have a look. One way to have a look. I can read it on the side. No, it is. Is that 737? Yeah, 737. Okay, so let's get this started. So what we need to make sure we do, and I'll run through this quite quickly, is we put our fuel pumps on. Now, one full fuel pump is usually enough, but because we're going to put them all on, because we're going to go, we'll just put them all on. And now what we do is we let her go off at us, is we turn this switch here, APU, to start. And I'm going to shut my emergency lights. Now what's happening now is that little engine in the back of the aircraft is running up. Whilst that's running up, what we can do is we can do some of the other little checks. So, God, they like to talk, don't they? Now, one way we know that it's running up, other than the dials and the gauges, is this here. So at the moment we've got low oil pressure in the APU, and then you hopefully might be able to hear it if we've got outside.
Cleared for takeoff runway 22, Ryanair 194.
I can't hear it. I know it's running up, but you can't hear it. On some aircraft you can hear it. But what you'll do in a second is it'll give us a APU generator ready symbol, icon, and then we'll use that. In the meantime, whilst we're waiting for that, let's go up here and start our checks. Yep, we're going to push back as well, so you'll see that in just a second. So this panel here, slat leading edge flaps, we test. And then whilst I'm here, I'm going to set my nav to align. Coming down here, I'm going to turn my yaw damper to on and make sure everything else is at off or normal. Navigation's normal, IRS normal, FMC normal. You'll see now that my APU will be ready in just a second. Fuel pump center, because we've got no fuel in our center tanks, we don't need those on. We just starve the pumps and break them. And you'll see now our APU generator is ready. So we turn the APU generator on, and there. We now have AC power on the aircraft, hence why everything else has come on. Come back up here, we come down, And this here gives us the ability to check the our outputs from our TRUs, transformer rectifier units. We can look at our standby battery, our battery bus bar, our battery, auxiliary battery, etc. We can see the actual voltage output and the current. Come back down, standby power is off and the drive's disconnected at the moment because we've got no engine power. Ground power, we can select that on, but we don't need to because we've got an APU. And then coming back to down here. With the lights.
Ryanair 35901, turn next taxiway.
Okay, dome light is the big light in the back. We don't need that on. What you'll see is, because we're going to be flying at night shortly, I'll turn everything down. So I can start that now. Panel lights, we'll turn them down slightly. There we are. Equipment cooling is normal. Emergency exit lights are armed. Fasten seatbelts and no smoking signs. We'll set them to auto. And then coming back down here, everything looks good here as well. Again, on this channel here, we come back down. EECs are on. Passenger oxygen is closed. Window heat is off. We'll leave that off and we'll leave the probe heat at auto. We'll turn them on shortly. Engine anti-ice is off. The electric hydraulic pumps, so we need hydraulic power now. We'll turn those on. And we'll test our cockpit voice recorder. There we are. Okay, so this is a bit unrealistic in real life as well. So up here we have the Mac airspeed warning and stall warning test. Now if I click them, there should be a delay. And then I should be able to look and feel it. But on these, you touch them and they start going off. Well, at the moment, it would appear the sound's not working on these ones, but we should be hearing sounds on those. I'll try those again in a minute. Which is a bit odd because we've got the APU on. Try to make sure again. They should definitely be sounding. So that's obviously a fault with the game there, with the sim. We'll try that again in a minute just to prove a point. Okay. Up here you can see the graphics at the moment are struggling a little bit because it is PlayStation. Recirc fans to off, packs are off, isolation valve to auto, and we're going to set the APU bleed on. That means the air from the APU is now going to help feed the engine, and you can see it on that really quite poor gauge. Usually that gauge is actually looking alright. And we'll set this to 6,100. Perfect. Okay. We now have got all our screens, everything looks good here. Next thing is the lights and warning tests. Good. And come back down. Good. Okay, test all the lights. There you go. And we'll set them to dim. We're flying at night, so don't need them too bright. Come back down here. I'm just going to turn down all of these. I like it to be pretty much pitch black when I'm flying at night. It's a movie. It is pretty cool. And we'll set up our FMC, which is this unit here, in just a second. We're going to set our auto brakes to rejected takeoff mode, which is here. And then usually we do a G ground proximity test, GPWS. But it doesn't work on this, which sucks. Coming back down here, we're going to test our takeoff config. So to do that, I literally just push forward on the lever. And none of the sounds at the moment are working. So what you usually hear now is the sound of it. I'm not quite sure why the sound's failing to work. Let's have a look. Audio, sound. Let's go there. And here's the graphics issue that I was saying about. So this is what happens because it's really intensive. We have to just now wait a second because we went out of the aircraft. Doesn't like it. The PlayStation's got to catch up. So this is the thing that people get really frustrated with the sim about. Right, let's see if we can get the sounds to work again. Best way is to quickly test up here. Why isn't it working? So these should be making sounds when I do these, but they're not. And basically with that, the throttle as well should be making sounds. Let's make it a warning sound now.
Magic Sun 2435, turn next taxiway.
Now, the way I know that it's working though is if you have a look here on my cautions, There we go. Take off config. So I don't know why the sound
Stansted Tower, Ryanair 2628 ready for
hasn't
departure.
loaded. Let me have a quick look. Sound, home theatre, loud listener, warning sounds, everything's at 100%. Let's try again. It'll give us that. Let's try again.
Hold
You can
short
hear
runway
it.
22, Ryanair
Can you actually hear it go?
2628. Stansted
Did,
Tower, Ryanair 2628
did.
ready for IFR departure, runway 2.
Because I can't hear
Hold
it.
short
Can you hear
runway
it going
22,
that?
Ryanair
Did. Let me turn my
2628.
iPad up.
Magic Sun 2435, exit runway when
I can't
able.
hear it.
Stansted Tower, Ryanair 262.
A little.
Ryanair 26.
Hold Stansted Tower, Ryanair 2628 at runway 22 ready for departure, FR to Barajas.
Ryanair 2628, hold short runway 22.
Hold short runway 22, Ryanair 2628.
No, I can't hear it.
Magic Sun 2435, turn
Right.
next taxiway.
We'll ignore it for a second. Okay, let's go back to what we were doing. So coming back down here, we've got our trim section here, we've got our flaps, and we've got our speed brakes.
Contact ground on 121
We're going to do
decimal
our fire and cargo tests. So fire,
Ryanair 2628, QNH 1021.
we should get a bell now.
Cleared for takeoff runway 22.
Not working. We'll try these ones here as well. Yeah. I don't know why it's not working. Why isn't it working?
Cleared for takeoff runway 22, Ryanair 2628.
Right, I'm going to turn her off for a minute because she's winding me up. Let's go to bring that volume down. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to skip ahead a few steps and I'm going to start the engine and we'll see if we can get it to work. The sound, that is. So here we go. We've started the engine, number 2. Won't be long till we take off. We're just getting everything ready. Alright. Okay, 20% N2. Engine number 2 on. Can I hear that? I can hear that running up. Let's try. We'll let that catch up. It's weird. Right, we'll let the graphics catch up again. Okay, here we go. So looking at number 2 engine, number 2 engine's running up. We have got fuel in certain tanks, so we'll turn those pumps on. Okay, got an APU generator ready to go. Sorry, engine generator ready to go. Let's see if we can now get these to work. No, that's weird how we've got no sound coming from this aircraft whatsoever. But never mind. Okay, we'll start number 1 because I know you want to see it take off. So we'll start number 1. And we'll set the APU off to in just a second. There we go. Number 1 starting now. And again, we wait till we get to 20% NG. Sorry, N2. There we go. Motor in. Come back down here. There we go. Right, while that's loading, we can sort all this stuff out here. Transponder onto auto. We'll go for 7,000. And we'll go altitude off for a minute. Cool. That's good. That's good. Weather radar's off. Cool. Flight deck door or lock. Okay, engine should be spooled up and ready to go now. There we go. So we'll go through these really quickly. Fuel pump on. Generator on. Because we've got engine power on, let's go beacon on. APU generator now we can turn off. Oh, wrong one. That one there. We will set our engine bleeds to on, APU bleed off, packs to auto, recirc fans to on. Okay. Last quick check of everything. Nav, come back down. Last check. Cabin utilities and IFE passenger lights. So systems to on. That's good, that's good, that's good. Taxi lights will set to on now already. Let the cabin know we're ready to go. Again, the sounds aren't working on this for whatever reason, I don't know. And the gauges aren't loading. Something's not loading up here. There's a file or something that the aircraft is struggling with. It might change when we do the next graphic. So next thing we need to do is set up our FMC. I'm not too worried about this at the moment. This is going to be a very quick setup. Index, position, we're at EGSS. Route. We'll request a flight plan. Let that load in. In the meantime, what we can do is we can contact out. There we go. So we've got one ready to go. Tune the ground. We'll load that flight plan in. Okay. We'll get passengers on board quickly.
Stansted ground. Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 709er. Could you please get the passengers on board?
Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 709er. A ramp is on its way.
Cool. Ideal. Let's go back to index. Ident. Position. Route. Route 2. Not working. Let's try again. Let's get the baggage and the catering.
Stansted ground. Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 709er. Could you please send the baggage?
Load.
Baggage is on the way.
Stansted ground. Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 709er. Could you please send a catering truck?
Yeah, that's fine.
Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 709er.
So we'll do. Find route. There we go. We'll load that in. There you go. Cool. Okay. Zero fuel weight. The reserves 5. Cost index. Let's get there as fast as we can. We'll go 199. Cruise wind. Flight level 130. Transition altitude in the UK 6,000. M1. D rate 28k climb. Takeoff. Okay, we're going to be taking off with flaps 5. We're not far from takeoff now. Center of gravity there. V2 is 143. We're nearly there. Okay, so this is what I need to do. Request takeoff data. There we go. It's not working. Brilliant. So nearly there. Speed at 143. I'm still not sure why the sound's not working. And we're only going to go to 6,000, I think. Okay. I don't know why the sound's not working on the aircraft.
Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 709er. I am done with the boarding.
I'm just Googling it to see if there's a reason. Give me a second. Options, general sound, ensure the correct output device is selected. Options, general sound. Options, general sound, output device. Oh, yeah. It's nuts, isn't it? Okay. I don't know why I can't get it to work. Considering we had it a minute ago. What does that mean? Headphones. Okay, cool. Alright. I've given up with it. Okay, let that catch up. But in the meantime, we can ask for pushback while that catches up. Okay. Request pushback.
Stansted ground. Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 709er. Requesting pushback.
Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 709er. Pushback request accepted.
Okay. So you'll see now the pushback truck will connect. There it is. It's connecting. It'll tell me when. What I can do now is I can take off my parking brake. There we are. And it's pushing us back. And it'll push us back to the left. So if I ask it to steer to the left.
Stansted ground. Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 709er. Requesting pushback
Obviously in the real world you'd have comms with the actual tractor driver. There we go. He's turning me to the left.
Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 709er. Your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Yep. Yeah, so we'll take off exactly how we are. Do you want us to take off how we are now inside? So you can actually see what it looks like. It's probably the best thing for you. Okay. Get that up. Parking brake on. Okay, flaps. Flaps set to 5. We're going to set our trim now to... yeah, we'll do it from inside. It's a lot easier. Set our trim to 5. There we go. Now our taxi lights are currently on. Everything else is good. We'll turn our wing lights, wing well fire lights. And that's it for a minute. Cool. Let's go. Let's request taxi. And we're going to depart to the west. Or we could depart to the north, aren't we? So there we go.
Stansted ground. Boeing Sierra Alpha Quebec 709er with whiskey. Request taxi to the active.
Directors are
North
on.
departure.
We can now switch to
Alpha Quebec
Troy.
709er. Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 22 via taxiway 44 Romeo Charlie Whiskey Charlie Sierra cross runway 22 Romeo. Contact tower on 125.55 when ready.
Yeah, we'll say yep to that.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 22 using taxiway.
Okay, here we go.
Romeo, Charlie Whiskey, Charlie Sierra cross runway.
If we have a look here, we are going to go right here. There's the runway right there. So we'll let the sim catch up as we taxi. And again, there's no sound, which is a little bit frustrating. And it's just got a mind of its own. Give me a second. We're trying to recover this. It's decided just to throw me forward. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's wrong with it. Can you take off the other way? Is that okay? So with these, you have to take off into wind. So what you'll see here is the reason why we're taking off runway 22 is because the wind's coming from that. And you saw earlier on the wind's quite strong, so we have to take off this way. If you want me to go the other way, I can go around, so which is fine. Let the graphics catch up. Okay. We can request takeoff now. So what we'll do, I'll go in first person,
Stansted Tower,
and then we'll
Boeing
switch.
Sierra Alpha Quebec 709 ready at runway.
So you can see it from
22
both behind
for
and
departure.
forward. We'll get up in the air first. We'll wait for this to catch up.
Alpha Quebec 709, hold short runway 22. Traffic is Boeing 767 on final.
Okay, so we've got an aircraft coming in. There he is, look. Shut Up Potato. We've got Shut Up Potato up there as well. He's an F-18, so I'm expecting him to follow us. So what you can see here now, we've got an aircraft, a multiplayer player over here. I fully expect him to come and chase after us in a minute.
UPS 205, turn next taxiway.
Yeah, no problem at all. We'll just wait for permission. We have got another Ryanair coming in, so hopefully we can get out above him. We're just waiting for permission. There he goes. I don't know who that is. That's a multiplayer taking off on the wrong runway. Oh, and another one, look. Yeah, they're busy tonight. Get on, boys. Go Squirrel. So we've got Shut Up Potato, we've got Go Squirrel.
UPS 205, exit runway when
We've got MT John Rambo. Get on, Rambo. And we've got that Ryanair coming in now as well. Yeah, this is free flight, so you get some of the crazy people in here. And I reckon we'll be allowed to take off after this Ryanair. But yeah, you can see them all in their Super Hornets, their F-18s, having fun, which is great. Let's have a look at where that Ryanair is, see if we can get out. He's still on the wrong way. And you've got all these free flight people here, so I will not be surprised at all if when we get up, we have people following us, which is class. We do like that. Let's have a look where that Ryanair is. He's coming in. He's still quite far away. He's at 900 feet. He's coming in, so we won't be able to go before him. I want to see where Shut Up Potato is again. I like that name. That's a good name. There we go. Got quite a few of them here playing around, which is good. Again, we've got an EasyJet trying to push in front of us, Ola. You can get back. Looks like the Airbus A321. Where's that? Where is he? There he is. Ryanair aircraft.
121.73. UPS 205.
There he is. Look. Decent. Right. So I'm feeling a bit impatient. So I'll give it another minute and a half, and if they haven't given us clearance to depart, we'll go. Right. So what can we do now whilst we wait? Is we can make sure everything's all set up here and ready to go, which it is. Now if we come up here,
Stansted Tower, Easy 44 ready for IFR departure. Runway 22.
I also want to
Easy 44 hold short runway 22.
have a look up here. Everything's looking good. It's looking good there. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So the other thing we've got in here, we've got what's called a HUD,
Hold short runway 22. Easy 44.
and you can see there that if we wanted to, we could actually fly like this. Now it's very bright at the moment, so we can dim that.
Stansted Tower, Easy 44 ready for departure. Runway 22.
There we go. So we dim that as well.
Easy 44 hold short runway 22. Traffic is
And we can bring all these lights down as well. They're all down. Bring all these down. 5%. 5%. 5%. Still waiting for departure clearance. Floodlights off. Panel. Let's bring those down to 5% as well. Again, I like it nice and dark in here.
Stansted Tower, Easy 44 at runway 22 ready.
Now that EasyJet is very impatient. Right, we're looking good here. So we can get set up ready to take off. So landing lights to on. Taxi lights to off. Strobe lights to on. Right, they've just let that EasyJet take off for us, so we're taking off now.
Sierra Alpha Quebec 709er. QNH
I'm just going to go.
1021 north departure approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway 22.
Okay, here we go. So again, we haven't got sound, which is a bit rubbish. Okay, we're just going to take off. Now, I've not restarted the sim since we started on it today, which I think is probably contributing to why I can't hear anything. The sound file's not loaded up for this. Okay, here we go. So, I'm just going to get this ready, get in the center.
Sierra Alpha Quebec 709er. Did you hear my last transmission?
Yep, I did. It's letting us take off now. Here we go.
Cleared for takeoff.
Okay, ready? So here we go.
Sierra Alpha Quebec
Lined up for the middle of the runway, which is good. So stick fully forward. And we go 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4. I don't know why the sound isn't going. There we go. You can see the power's coming up now on the left-hand screen. There we are. We're good. We'll get to 80 knots, 60, 70, 80. I bring that back on the stick. And now I let it float into the sky itself. So again, I'm just keeping it straight and level with that runway. You see the nose wants to creep up. I'm just moving left a little bit. It's got a little bit of wind coming across. There we go. Rotate. And we're up. There we go. We'll get that gear up. So some of the sounds are working, so you can hear that gear. And then what we can do now is bring it up. Now if I trim for this now. There we go. Oh, not to flaps. I'll show you what it looks like from outside. There we are. I don't know why the sound's not working. It's let me down that a little bit, to be fair. But there we go. There's the graphic issue. And again, this is the problem with the PS5.
Stansted Tower, Lomax 127 ready for departure. Runway 22, IFR to Edinburgh.
So again, every time you go outside the aircraft, you have to be aware that it's likely going to screw up your graphics. So what we can do now is we can come back, and I'll show you the landing as well. We can do a very quick landing. We'll throw it down to the left, and we'll do a quick landing as well.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 22, Lomax 127
No worries, you take care. I'm going to land it anyway because I have got to go. I need to get some sleep before the England game tonight. I'm a little bit annoyed that the sound's not working. Take care, mate. I'll come downwind of Stansted now. Do the quick landing and then we'll head off. There's the runway. I don't know why the sound stopped working. It's weird. Okay. Won't use autopilot for this. Have a look over there. Where's the runway? There it is. Why isn't the sound working? It's just obviously not loaded when I've loaded up the aircraft. Sounds like a glider. I reckon if we was to restart the aircraft, it'd be fine. Okay, how are we doing here? What's our speed? I'm going to turn up the HUD. I'm going to bring the HUD up just for a minute to help me. There we go, and we'll zoom into the HUD. There we are. No, that's not helped me at all. Okay, here we go. Where's that runway?
Please acknowledge.
Okay, flaps. It's really quiet and eerie. Now if we go here, what you'll see,
Did you copy?
downstairs there, so we're downwind now, runway 22. Wait for the graphics to catch up. I'm going to do quite a quick and shallow approach for this. Wait for these to catch up. Again, the downside to the PlayStation.
Stansted Tower. Bluemax 127 tree ready for departure. Runway 22. IFR to
Okay, we're past the threshold for runway 22 now.
Bluemax 1273, QNH 1021. Cleared for takeoff runway 22.
Let it go a little bit more. Still not got the graphics up. Not that we need them. I can gauge it. Just. Or we can gauge from outside.
for takeoff runway
I'm still really frustrated about the sound and how the sound hasn't... There we go. Okay, happy. Right, it's going to be a bit of a cowboy arrival, I think. So I'm going to give it until the runway disappears from my view. And then I'll do the approach. In the meantime, we are slow enough to get the gear down, so we'll get the gear down. And we'll get the next lot of flaps in, and we'll turn now. Here we go. 30 degrees of bank. Keep an eye on that runway. There we go. There's the Ryanair. I need to keep an eye on that runway. Keep an eye on that speed. That's fine. Another notch of flaps going in. Again, we land on runway 22, so we are coming back on ourselves quite a bit. Need to keep an eye on that runway. Don't want to overcook it. So I need to turn really 310. So we'll go to 310. There we are. I can see it on here now, look. On one of my displays, I can see the runway. The heading for the runway. So I can start the descent now. Again, there's no ILS for this. I'm a little bit annoyed that I haven't got the sound. Okay, landing gear coming down. So I can hear the sound of the gear. I think I'll probably press something and I've not been aware. Okay, we've got 3 green lights. Flaps 15 coming in now for the next set of flaps. We're going to land with flaps 30. As we come in, there's the runway, and we'll turn into it now. That's nice. Can't see the pappy up. We've got a Ryanair right below us, look. Stansted, obviously a very busy airport. That's a real world aircraft land at the moment. You see all these other aircraft around it. That's all the free flight players. We'll come in right behind this Ryanair. Okay, flaps 30. Check brakes. Brakes are off. Undercarriage is down. Okay, here we go. I'll come in right behind him. Speed's good, a little bit fast, so we're going to slow that down. Looking good. Again, I wish I had the sound, because that does help listening to the engines. I have to do all this purely on the gauges, which is fine. As we come in.
Magic Sun 8407 holds short runway 22. Traffic is Boeing 737 on final.
That Ryanair's another 737 as well, 737-800.
Hold short runway 22. Magic Sun 8407.
Magic Sun. Okay, final approach, final turn, sorry.
Magic Sun 8407 at runway 22 ready for departure. IFR.
Still not got the puppy lights. I'm going to come off that
Magic Sun 8407, hold short runway 22. Traffic is
throttle for a
moving
second. We're a
737
little bit
on
to the
short
right hand
final.
side. We've got the puppy lights now, we're slightly low. Put a bit more power in. So I can curb that rate of descent for a second. There we are, going to curb that again.
Stansted Tower. Magic Sun 8407 at runway 22 ready for departure. IFR.
There we go, that's the wind. And we're in.
Ryanair 2135, exit runway when able.
Hold short runway 22. Magic Sun 8407.
Okay, touchdown markers just here. We're fine. Okay, idle. There we go, and we're up. Reverse thrust. And spoilers.
Ryanair 2135, exit runway when able.
There we are. A little bit to the left, to the right of the center line, but it's all good, no one died.
Magic Sun 8407. Stansted Tower. Magic
And we'll come off here, and that'll be it.
ready for IFR departure.
I've quite a few people watched today, which has been fantastic. So if you haven't already, please do
Magic Sun 840.
click the tick on the old subscribe button, and then please next time just make sure you do say hello. In the meantime, take care. Speak to you soon.